That's the situation of the weather. It's raining quite heavily, as you can see here. And this is the situation of my foot. So it has been a wonderful time in Kandy. I'll now be heading towards Nuwara Eliya, but just when I thought, things cannot get any bad, things started to get quite bad. So I wanted to take the train from Kandy to Nuwara Eliya, which is basically it's called the most beautiful train ride in the world because of the lovely scenery outside. But what happened is, because of this heavy rain, the train has been cancelled, and like all of the trains from Kandy to Nuwara Eliya has been cancelled. As a result, the only option I have is actually renting a car, which is awesome, as I have heard. But of course, it's not the best train ride in the world.
Good morning, friend.
Good morning. What's your name?
Samantha.
Okay, it's a nice name.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go. This is the car. It's an interesting car. I do wish it was a train though. All right, let's go. Welcome back. Right now I am in Nuwara Eliya, and although I missed the train, the ride by road was actually fantastic. I was a bit worried about getting car sick. Thankfully I was not, and my driver was actually very generous to stop me in two places around Rabada Falls and Rabada Falls itself, which is an amazing. So I took a couple of nice pictures. So my plans for Nuwara Eliya is just to chill. I just want to spend a couple of days here, look at the beautiful nature, do some painting, read books, eat, just to get all the stress from my busy life out of my life. And you know what? I could not have picked a better place. This is my bed. I can see the view from here. I can chill on the balcony and still see this view. Or from this swimming pool, but it's too cold, so no. Or from here while I have a cup of tea. In fact, that's what I'll do now. Well, in case you're thinking what's going on around here, and this looks absolutely ridiculous and not at all chilled, I'm going to Victoria Park and I've taken a tuk-tuk. The ridiculous part is, my retreat, my hotel was in 1600 feet and the place I'm going to is 2000 feet. And I'm taking a tuk-tuk to get there. Alright, I'm in Victoria Park in Nuwara Eliya. It's just a few kilometers away from my stay in HILLDALE. So just came for a walk. I love walking in the parks in different countries, different places. So I'm glad that I could find something like this. And this is something I would actually expect to have in Europe, not in South Asia. And coming and being a South Asian myself, I really did not expect to see this. And this looks absolutely like, I don't know, this is something very similar to what I had found in Australia. It's very nice, very peaceful, not many people out here. Couple of birds, tall trees, and they seem to be very, very old. And there are a lot of beautiful plants and flowers. So I'm just gonna walk and, enjoy it all by myself. started to rain, I switched off my main camera and turned to my phone because I don't think the camera will hold up well against the rain, the wet setting out here. So I'm heading towards Lake Gregory. Lake Gregory is just about 3 kilometers away from Victoria Park, so I have to walk through the roads. I hope Google Maps is, well, it's directing me to the right side, and I also hope the rain doesn't get any heavier. So behind that green field, that's where Lake Gregory is. I think I'm going to the right direction, but the view here, oh my god. It's a nice little plantation out here as well. Look at this. The rain, the mountains, and these are mountains because I'm 2,000 meters above sea level. And then the blue sky with a lot of clouds. It's just truly amazing. So I'm almost there. I'm just going to cross from that side. But for the first time I could see a lot of people in a tourist place. I assume, okay, I shouldn't be taking that road. There's a big cow there. There's a really big bull just behind me with a large horn. So I'm just going to avoid that route. I'm going to turn back around and approach from that side again. I don't want to get hit by a bull while coming to see this beautiful place. Look at this. Can't wait to get down there. Well, there's certainly a festive motion out here. Lots of family, lots of friends. I'm probably the only one out here on my own. But this is absolutely beautiful. The lake is on the sides, and it's a very still water. It's green and trees and tea plantations on the other end. And also some nice old British designed houses. So it's pretty nice. Really loving the walk here. Although there's a lot of people, I'm really loving the walk. Time for some real talk. I'll talk about the tourism scenario in Sri Lanka, and of course Sri Lanka as a whole of my first 3 to 4 days of experience. So the first thing I realized is that people are, I'm not looking at the camera by the way because it's very sleepy. So people are extremely generous, extremely kind. They're very nice to you, especially when they realize that you're a traveler. And I can see why, because that is like naturally they are good people, but at the same time traveling is extremely important to their economy and their livelihood. And going by what has happened over the last couple of years, Sri Lanka has suffered a lot, especially these regions like the likes of Nuwara Eliya and Kandy. Look at the situation here. People here who basically live out of travelers spending, the ticket prices, the hotels, the restaurants, everything has suffered, and you can see it in the desperation of people's faces. But it's not necessarily, it's actually absolutely not a bad desperation. They are not trying to scam you. They're still nice. They might charge a bit higher, but which I think at this point of history is absolutely fine, especially from us who come from a more privileged position. Now the question is, what should you be doing? When you're traveling, I would suggest let away some of the overcharges that they're taking, because like take this calculation. When I went to Sigiri, and the tourist guide that I was roaming around with, he used to climb up to Sigiri Rock at least 7 times a week. Okay, that's like almost once a day. But now I was his first customer in about a week, and he was telling me that he was very grateful and his family would be very grateful, and that line struck with me. So whenever you go, try to help the country, because when you're traveling, you're actually contributing to their economy as well. So try to help the people, give tips if that's a customary. Don't haggle too much, especially on the taxis and all. And yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. It's not really the best time to travel because a lot of the places are still closed, but the good thing is there aren't a lot of people. So I think a lot of you will be enjoying it the way I have enjoyed it. That's it from Nuwara Eliya basically. I'll be heading back to my hotel after I have my lunch, and after that tomorrow it's beach time, and it's beach time after 2 years for me. So I'm quite excited. Till then, I'll be enjoying this view and I leave you to it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, whatever the sequence may be, and I'll see you from Mirissa.